Welcome to the Blues Room Bad Boyz podcast. I'm your host, the Crazy Scotsman, along with my co-partner,
Johnny Shears.
Hey. Well, welcome. Today we got a super special guest. Is one of my very, very close friends in black belt of Jiu Jitsu, under Silver Berry, Mr. David Leadbetter from Avail Group of Companies. How's it going, Dave?
Hey, it's going beautiful. Thanks for having me. Excited to be here.
So I think this is our second run, but second is always the best.
Yeah, we're coming back from training Jiu Jitsu for the last hour. That's sweaty. It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
That's it. Well, so it was good. A long weekend, I guess. Everything was, well, I guess not a long weekend coming up, I guess, soon here, but...
yeah, another one. This weekend was okay. A little cold still. Like spring, first day of spring today, they're saying, so...
Oh,
nice. That extra hour is beautiful, though.
No, it's not.
You don't like that sunlight?
No. My sleep is still messed up.
Oh, wow.
That's the best part of the fucking day is getting up in the sun on the sunrise, man. I've been off before the sun comes up.
No, not good. We gotta put it back. I want that hour back.
Yeah.
It's not healthy for you, they say. Yeah.
No, we shouldn't be doing that. It's old. It was for farming, right? It was.
I'm not a farmer.
Nobody. They don't know. No one has farms anymore, right?
No. So you'd have the best looking cows around then if you were a farmer.
Oh, horse.
Hey, I'll turn up.
Right?
Braids for sure. So how's it been going? How's the week been going? Things been pretty crazy for you?
Yeah, things have been crazy. A lot of travel. We've been blowing up, which is really nice.
Nice.
You were kind of we were downstairs on the mats when the Avail Group of Companies became a thing. It was just an idea. So
that's it. And that's how it all starts. Right?
It's exactly. It was a lunchtime training session with Joey.
Now it's all go.
All the boys. Yeah.
How do you find downtime? What's your downtime though? Because it's your company. You never stop. You're traveling.
No. Yeah.
Like, do you ever have a date just for yourself? No jiu-jitsu, no family, just me time date.
Well, I could tell you, I just had when I get sick. that's usually, and it's funny because I just noticed that actually. I was just we just kind of got hit with the flu, 4 or 5 days ago, and I think that was the first time. It's funny you said that because I was like, first day you feel terrible, and then second day I was kind of laying in bed and I started watching The Boys, on Prime.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it was a pretty sick show, and I used to never have time to watch shows, so and I was laying there and I'm like, shit, it's not that bad, man. I could get used to this.
But the way you go, a lot of people won't be able to do that. That'll be high anxiety for somebody. For you, it's the opposite though.
Yeah, I think honestly, I think I got sick because like when the downtime hits, it's like anything where you work 80-hour weeks and then you go off on vacation. And like 2 days into it, you get sick. It's almost like your nervous system's like, oh, we're not on go at all times. All right, let's check things out. And it's like, some big problems here. Time to get sick. But no, it is. I love what I do. It's a lot though. We got a Avail Group of Companies consists of about 7 companies. So everything from full service insurance brokerage, philanthropic endeavors. We're the first North America's first insurance-based social enterprise, which means we give 10% of our revenues to charity. That was a big part of starting this and why we did it. I always had Vegas Flow.
Yeah.
Who was a sponsor of War of Gods. We've always been rocking nutraceuticals, jiu-jitsu t-shirts, surf culture stuff, everything I've been into. But we sold it and gave it to charity, and now we do it in what I do. But really the thing that's kind of been keeping us the busiest and what's really propelled us into sort of this new stratosphere is the tech company.
Yeah. More of a modern version of your company.
Yeah, 100%. We have 4-day work weeks, and we pay on the 5th day. I pay for the staff to go and work at, the charity of their choice. I'm at Philpott Church serving the poor and doing services, and we support homeless encampments in the winter. And, that's we've made money for a long time, but really there's always something missing there, and I think that is the service aspect of it. So that was a non-negotiable for me starting these companies up. And then we are different because we're fueled by AI. Bots run tons of our stuff. I think we're probably 40% of the human capital that would be needed to run a brokerage our size and growing doesn't exist with us because we're just so sleek and we're so lean and mean and tech driven, which is cool because it delivers savings to our clients. It allows us, like I'll tell you, when I came up with the idea and the 10%, and that came from tidings and church and just how much is enough, and being able to sort of generate this constant recurring revenue for our communities, which is what we were born to do. I had a lot of people interested in me as the product and me as being able to make lots of money for these companies, and were all over me, from private equity to larger brokerages to insurance companies, and then as soon as I said sure, but this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
And it's, no, you can't do that. 10%. I literally had people take me out. Well, send names, but I had people take me out for lunch and just be like, "Man, we're worried about you. Like, this can't be done." But I knew it could be. Nobody really was aware. Some of the people in the industry were aware of the tech I had, and I'd been developing some of this stuff that I'm releasing this year. We've been working on. I had NDAs signed 4 years ago for it. It was just a little ahead of its time. And in our industry, sort of at my level in our industry, people are usually about 20 years older than me. So, and they do very well. And it's sort of like, well, I don't really understand that. Well, I don't know. Why am I going to do it? Right. And so what we say, double down, bet on myself. And we launched it. And man, like, we're skyrocketing.
That's great.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
Yeah, I think that the industry, it always needs a fresh perspective. And, I don't know the insurance industry myself. I just know I fucking hate paying insurance. And it's way too much goddamn money. And it's nice to have you around for that stuff. But
It made insurance more exciting. Eh? Not like the old ways. It's not that...
we're rock. Yeah, man.
I know what the nerdy glasses and, you know what I mean, the leather briefcase, right?
That was another thing that was important, right? It's like, all of that stuff is just like stereotypical stuff, and everybody keeps doing it because everybody keeps doing it. Yeah. We're rocking dunks and jeans and hoodies and sweatshirts, and we hang out like a tech company, man. It's like kind of everybody does their thing, and it's just like we're building a new building. We're gonna have a Jiu Jitsu gym in there, like Origins. You know what I mean? We're gonna train at like barbershop. Yeah.
Well, let's get Jocko on there. Jocko can come down with
Oh, man, for real.
have some fun.
And I've been blessed, like, being able to
Have a room there just to do some charity work once in a while. Well,
Dave,
go to,
it's beautiful, man. I do just see some guys on Instagram that I like.
Yeah.
No, but even at, like, I hire for attitude, and I hire for heart, and I hire for, the things you can't really teach, because I can teach you insurance. We've got great coders, great cyber architects, great Web3 people. But
being humble and humility is good too.
dude, it's all that's the thing, right? And so 80% of my 80% of my male staff are jiu-jitsu fighters, MMA guys.
Yeah.
I got the matchmaker for BTC. Nick's on the team. I have my own students on the team. I got
no egos.
No, you can have an ego in the daytime, but I'm gonna be teaching you at night. Like, we literally
No egos on the mats, man. No egos on the mats. You need to check yourself real fast.
And Junaid, Junaid,
Yeah.
he was just grading with us last weekend. Junaid comes with me from the office, we leave, and then we go train. I teach him jiu-jitsu, and it's like a lot. It's just
culture.
Man. I got my guys out in Florida are purple belts. It's really cool, and it ties us together, and everybody knows, right?
Yeah.
Jiu-jitsu guys are just solid people.
Yeah.
The assholes get weeded out by around like first stripe white belt.
Yeah.
They can't take it.
Yeah, and I think especially with the huge thing that we're always kind of trying to talk about with the mental health and that, right?
Yeah.
Like, we can see the repercussions of the pandemic and everything that's happened. Everybody's all messed up in the head, and they're talking about, teachers and principals are saying that this went up 50, 75%. People are doing stupid shit, bringing fake guns to the schools, all this kind of stuff, So mental health is crazy, and we all know it. But I think that's one thing, beautiful thing about the way you've implemented jiu-jitsu and the community that we're a huge part of into your company, because I think that especially the stress of sales, of being in that industry, having the jiu-jitsu for your mental health, man, I tell it, and as everybody says anything, Jocko says it, all the boys say it, right? Joe Rogan said, get on the mats, man. Your life will change, and you'll be able to, I've known you for quite a while, and I've seen you ups, and I've seen you some pretty bad downs, right?
For sure.
And I think the consistency through the whole thing has been jiu-jitsu, and the attitude, that the way it changed you to see where you are now and where I saw you before.
Yeah,
man, it's fucking beautiful. Like,
Thank you.
So
15 years, man. We've been through a lot. You've been my teacher. You've been my professor since white belt, man. I've been every belt and every stripe with you. Actually, my first stripe was with Henzo.
Yeah.
And then I remember coming back and we went through there.
Yeah.
But it was, And I could say that I had a conversation actually just the other day, like in sales, right? So we've got all our tech base, we've got our sales base, we've got our service base, and every job and every human being has their own struggles, and everybody's going through something. It's that old adage, but sales especially is the most bipolar job on the planet. And I literally had this conversation with my guys. I said, you got to find that middle ground. This is why I'm up in the morning, right? It's breath work, it's meditation, it's prayer, cold plunge, all these things.
That's not a discipline.
But it's a must, right?
Yeah.
And in my time, I've learned that you can check your moods and you can check your energies, and by drinking, by doing drugs, you can numb, you can uplift, you can drop, you can lower, up, down. It takes a toll on your body. It destroys you mentally, spiritually, physically. You know what I mean? I'm happy and proud to be sober, and not, but that took a lot of time, right? We trained a lot, trained, went all over the world. We saw all kinds of great things. Well, at the same time, partying really hard, and right,
Yeah,
like play hard, work hard, play hard.
Right.
That old adage, right? And I look at it now, and it's like, it's bullshit. It's not really, 100% it's not the answer to sort of where you want to be, right? You're looking for peace.
Yeah.
People think you're looking for happiness, or you're looking for this, look that. People are looking for peace. People are looking for love. They're looking for acceptance.
When you're in peace, you're happy.
You are, brother.
Like
And it's not up here.
No.
It's not down there. And like
Up here, it only lasts.
brother, it's all
day,
fleeting. It's all fleeting.
Yeah.
And the higher you go, the lower and longer you stay, right? We all know that. But that was my point with the bipolar. I was saying to the boys, like, and jiu-jitsu does help us with that, because you have days, man, where phones are rocking, everybody's clicking, big deals going on. And then you have days where, and especially for the newer guys, the younger guys, a lot of my people are, transitioning from other roles and jobs, and we're always looking to give people that leg up.
Yeah.
Right? Where I see a person and it's like, oh, he's doing this now, and he's not liking life. I'm like, I know him from the mats, I know him from here. I'm like, that guy's he's a solid dude, or she's a fantastic human. Like, bring him in. We'll teach him up and we'll raise him up. But part of that is, you can't ride that wave, man. It's like, if you're going up and down every day, it's just so punishing to the soul, right? So it's about finding that middle ground, and that's,
you can give up very easy too.
yeah, for sure.
And I find, exactly what you're saying. Like, and I don't even know from our experience, and we had the conversation before about how you had felt when you had came here and been around this type of energy.
Yeah, man.
That we've cultivated. And man, you've been so happy. I remember you say to me all the time, you love coming to work.
I love coming to work. Yeah,
like
I'm
that.
boss, but it's the atmosphere too, because nobody comes in with negative energy.
It's energies, man, you suck those up, man. So you can. And I remember I was saying this. I had this conversation with you guys before, but it's like, man, it's your responsibility. I'm a person that can project energy, right? It's why I'm good at what I do. It's why I can teach and grow teams and build things and lead people. It's because I can project energy, but at the same time I can project terrible energy. And so if I'm off, man, and this goes to the conversation around mental health, and I find transparency and honesty as a leader, which I pride myself on, is paramount. So I'll give you an example. But coming off being sick, I knew today, right? It was a nice little break. It's sort of like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then like drags into Sunday, and you still feel like bad. You're not outside, you're not getting sunlight, you're not getting fresh air, all those things, not training. And that for me, that training is a killer. Like, I must train every single day for my mental health, for my stress levels, for everything. I know that for my sobriety. Everything is around training, proper nutrition, macros, like just literally, like you would look at me like I'm babying myself constantly, but that's what it takes to sort of, you can get really high. Like I've been done very well for myself for as long as you've known me. But couldn't fucking, who knows? It can go anyway. It could go anyway at any time. And I think you really kind of grow into that, where you realize, oh man, like this is the new flex. Bedtime at 9:30 is the new flex. Eating the macros is what it's at. Chamomile tea, that kind of stuff. It's like,
So like me at night.
That's no, this is
He knows. He knows.
at-
At a certain time, you can't reach me.
oh man.
Yeah. Pisses me off sometimes. Actually. I'm
Yeah. We got
Like, I'm up till 3 o'clock in the morning doing these podcast editing, and he's napping.
Hey,
That's good. That's why you look so good at your age.
I need it. I feel good. I do my, I haven't been on the mats yet. That would eventually happen. But, my morning routine is early in the morning.
Yeah.
Have my German Shepherd. I do my hour walk in the morning, in the evening.
Hour of physical activity minimum.
I don't eat after 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm in bed by 10.
Yeah, and that's a discipline, right? That's exactly, everybody's a little different in whatever, but as long as
I
you
learned
have-
to do it. I didn't do it all at once, step by step, one thing at a time. Like,
Yeah.
if you try to do too much at once, you're gonna crash.
100%.
You're gonna scratch. You're gonna go back.
It's small steps and it's small disciplines and as it gets easier and easier, right? 21 days, you're at 3 months, and then just becomes I'm up every day at 4:30. That's what time I get up at, and those things. But just going back to with the transparency and the honesty, I came out of being sick, so I'm not training, I'm not moving my body, all of a sudden, right? The mind starts, it's all gonna crumble.
Yeah.
It's this is bad. And it's like things couldn't be bad. We're literally on fire. We just did a deal with a $17 billion, the biggest global company in our space, just partnered with the Burlington startup. Like, shit is very good.
Yeah.
But that doesn't matter. To my mind, to my affliction, boom, everything's good.
You've been home for 2 days.
It was like 4.
But it's like staying home on your day off. If you stay home 2 days in a row and do nothing, that's when your mind starts racing.
Yeah.
And you get depressed and you start getting paranoid and you start thinking stupid ideas.
Yeah.
And it's not healthy.
So so basically, I was like, I literally called my staff and a bunch of some of the leaders in my company, because this is the thing. If I want, we accept and support all mental health initiatives. I want people to tell me that something's going on, man. We're all human. Like, this is this place to share it. And the best way that I can make it okay is if I share my own experiences. So I'm like, guys, listen, you'll see me. I'll be in probably around 11. And I'm up and doing my thing, but I got to go to the gym for an hour and a half, and I've got to lift heavy, and I've got you don't want to see me, and I don't want to see you. This is better for everyone, kind of thing. Not in those ways.
Yeah.
And it's like my head, and I'm just honest with the people, and and of course everyone's very supportive. Are they supportive because I'm the boss or not? Who knows? But I think if one or two people within the company see that it's okay, and that look if someone can get to here and suffer these afflictions, that's a positive thing. And there's nothing wrong with being like, I'm going to go to the gym. Like, early into my sobriety and these things, it's like I've got to do 2 sessions a day, right? So I find the reason to it. I'm gonna fight, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna train, I gotta compete, whatever I'm gonna do. And I'm doing weights, and I'm doing jiu-jitsu, I'm doing weights, I'm doing Thai, I'm doing this, and I'm implementing that. And I figured out myself, I got to do it first thing in the morning, because that sets the positive tone for the day, right? I've already smashed. I'm up early. I feel great. I'm eating.
Not full high from your work.
But what I did learn, and this is a big one for me, because my job is so high stressed, because there's a lot, I've been in the last month, like Vegas, Cayman Islands.
That's what I mean.
Yeah, I'm everywhere, right? I'm everywhere. I'm out opening.
Not to get overwhelmed.
Yeah, and I'm opening Florida. I'm gone next week. I won't be back till 5th of April. I'm around and I'm flying all these places. But I realized 2 p.m. to 2:30 is my witching hour. So I also need to go, and I need to train. I need to do something. I need to go smash a bag, lift weights, go for a run. And that then drops me back down, lowers the stress levels from the day, and I can continue on. If I don't, that also happens to be the witching hour, where I can be out with some Cayman Island insurance manager and happen to be at a bar on a beach, and then who knows where that goes. It doesn't go anywhere good, I can tell you that from experience. So, not that experience, but you know what I mean? So, it's figuring those things out. It's like, all right, we're not with this. These are my times. This is what I do. And honestly, and I'll just say this to the people, because we're talking about mental health, and this is a big part of this podcast, is, man, you, as a leader and as a person and very secure in yourself, you set the tone. I go out to places now, man, the people that you know what I mean? I'm having whatever, sparkling water, whatever I'm doing. It's like most of the table will follow, right? Most people are followers, in general, right? There's not a lot of people. So if you set the tone, this is what we're doing. This tends to be what we're doing, and to each their own, right? But I'm just saying, you can't tackle mental health or even have the conversation or, in my mind, get on medication or do any of these things. This is my own personal opinion. If you haven't checked all those other boxes, do you train? Do you lift weights? Do you get cardio? Are you in the sun? Do your feet hit the soil and the grass? You know, do you eat your macros or proper macros? Are you sleeping? Same wake up time, same sleep time. Then come and tell me, you know what I mean, that you got a problem. I've never seen a guy get off the mats after an hour and a half or a lunchtime session with us ever and be like, my life sucks. Never. You're in heaven, man.
The arms might be a little bit sore, and
their jaw, they got a black eye, but they're feeling good.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you know what? And I think that's, I mean, it goes with all of us, right? We're all entrepreneurs.
That's it.
And we're leaders. And I think that, you know, what I know some days I come in and I can remember many years of teaching of having the worst day. And, you know, sometimes shit doesn't go good.
Yeah.
You know, you have a bad day. Everybody has bad days. But I'm telling you, man, when you go into the gym and you have people there, they're looking at you as their leader, man, you got to wipe that shit away.
Absolutely.
And you got to dig deep down inside yourself, and you know that it's there, and just to put on your best show, right? And I'm telling you, that will bring you back to the way you feel. Yeah. And I know sometimes you have bad days too, because you know my tattoo room is right by your barbershop, and sometimes you have bad days. But the next client comes in, man, you're like, oh, blah blah blah. Let's, you know.
And I know when you have bad days too. That's when I start breaking your balls a bit. I know when if he's, you know, some zone.
Yeah, he doesn't hide it well.
No, he doesn't hide it. But now I know him, so I know how to would get it out of him a bit. You know, make him laugh and stuff.
Yeah.
So, we're brothers, right?
That's it, bro. Yeah, that's it, man. And that is, and it all comes back to that, right? We've been tattooing, fighting, jiu-jitsu, everything for all of these years. I honestly, I could 100% tell you that I would not be here right now if it wasn't for jiu-jitsu. That's just a fact, right? Like, remember I made those jiu-jitsu change my life shirts back in the old gym. And like that's legit. And people say it, but you know, you see those mat maids now and stuff. And like, I love those, man. I love those stories. And it can be just the physical exertion. It's like the same theory as, you know, one of the reasons why we have this anxiety and this stress now as humans in this new age where we could like literally sit in front of a computer for 10 hours in our home and never leave.
I can't do that.
No, I know. None of us can do it, Johnny. That's the problem. We're not meant to do that.
Yeah.
So it's like the same theory as if you push on a wall, right? It can relieve anxiety and stress and all those things because we're meant to be moving boulders and pushing stuff and fighting each other, being physical in the...
Even just stretching.
Yeah.
It relieves so much stress from you. Like against the wall. I've done it so many times and it's just, you feel good.
Yeah. You got to give your body that love, man. Your body and your mind that love and that care. You know, maybe we're getting older, and this is just why I say it.
Now we're getting older.
But it is. It is
wiser
for sure.
Just a number.
Yeah, and it will keep you. It just. It's the day. It's the present moment. That's the gift, right?
Yeah, 100%.
And that's what we're doing. That's what we're
Be grateful every day you wake up.
I think as we get older, you know, I find in everything with jiu-jitsu and life and business, it's efficiency. And it's exactly like you say, you make yourself a game plan, you have a routine, you stick to it, you stay disciplined, and, you know, the consequences will be there no matter what.
And don't give up. That's the main thing. Don't give up.
Yeah.
Or you could be like me and do all the wrong things and fight in St. Petersburg and have to cut 19.6 pounds of water in 6 hours and almost die. Like,
there's lots of ways to learn lessons.
The choice is yours. How hard do you want to make it on yourself? And I've been hard on myself for years and years, as we all have. And, but it's nice. And I just look at this now as it's kind of like when you come out the other side of anything and you find the success, and not even so much monetary success, which does, like people lie, like of course money does help with some kind of happiness. It gives you freedom and lets you do things, but it's that overall sort of like enjoying every aspect of your life, right? Like tonight we're on the mats, right, and you're teaching and stuff, and I remember thinking, I was just like, man, it's just so nice, right? Like I'm just like stared, like looking over at you. We've done this for so many years, and I'm just like watching you teach, and I'm like, no, I love that, man. It's just like, yeah, this is really nice. This is really good. It's sort of like this home, and it's like that where I really wish people would find that. And it's in.
Because I see people with money and they're not even happy. Because no, they don't know what the
money amplifies whatever you are. If you're an asshole, you're a bigger asshole with more resources. If you're miserable, you're a miserable prick in a Bugatti. Well, if you are a very happy person with a rich and fulfilling life, then you can help the people in your community, help your friends, do fun things, travel, and like, you know what I mean? It's just a magnifier. It's an amplifier of whatever you are, just like most things, right?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's like I take a big appreciation to Master Bering. Like Master Silvio, he's since day one, 4 years old, he's been doing jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
And he travels all over the world, and he's got seeds everywhere. He's, all over. But I think he's out home maybe a couple times, a couple of days out of a month, like crazy now. So, I have so much respect for the passion and dedication that he has.
And knowledge that man has.
Yeah.
I've met him twice, and I've had him in my chair. And the story he tells me, I start crying. They're deep. Man. The knowledge, it makes you feel good too.
There's a lot of passion that comes out of that favela and that fiery Brazilian culture, right?
Other passionate people, right?
Oh, I remember sitting on the beach back in 2003. Was me and Master Hickson, Master Silvio, Master Hoyler. It was all black belt surfing.
That's like what like the where they have all the presidents. That's like jiu-jitsu, man.
So for me that was amazing, man. I known Hickson for a long time too, and now we went to LA not too long ago and was part of the JJGF, and it's amazing, man. And just it's inspiration that we have as leaders to be able to carry on this beautiful art that we are preserving. And obviously the new things that we have to deal with in life with mental health and everything that's happened over the last 3-4 years.
A lot of people are messed up.
Yeah, we've had to be strong out of this and help to put people in that position. And you building Avail and having a Avail group of companies and bringing people in from that, like you said.
Dude, it came out of that. It came out of that fucking nonsense pandemic. Like I was taking a lot of heat from, remember I was taking a lot of heat. That wasn't a mask nonsense, all of that stuff, man. It was always, to me, it was always bullshit. Like, right, to varying degrees.
Yeah.
And now it's like, it's the mental health stuff. Of course, it's like we had friends lose businesses. We had all
lives
for the greatest marketing campaign of all time.
Yeah,
that's the thing.
I was off and on working with my, but you know what? I stayed strong. I didn't let it get to me. I didn't let it fuck.
But there were many people that let it get to them the ultimate way, right?
I was telling my wife, this is gonna blow over. I gotta be positive, and I'm in the right place now with Jesse.
No, but that's the good circle, right?
Yeah,
it was a good circle, and that's right. I don't know if we can say this on this podcast, right? But like we kept all of our gyms open. We were rocking. We were like, I don't know if we can say that. Can we say that?
Well, sure.
Anyways, I trained through the entire pandemic, and thank God, because I probably wouldn't be here if I hadn't. And it's like now the mental illness stuff is carried even on. It's so funny. I just saw some guy on Instagram, and like just whatever, like a has-been singer kind of guy. But I follow him because he just makes me laugh. And then he said he's talking yesterday about his booster. And I was like, oh, are you fucking serious? Like, are you still doing this?
That's still a topic. I haven't heard that in a long time.
That's what I'm saying, right? But there's still this thing where like, it was like,
it's messed up a lot of people.
On both sides.
And a lot of people from the beginning that were, it's real and stuff, now realize, thank God.
But some of them have gone so far the other way. They're like, they'll die on that cross. They will not. It's like, no. And
well, you even look. I know we have a talk because we work a lot with the police services, and our thoughts and prayers up to the families. In the last 6 months, 6 officers have been shot and killed, and that's a horrible thing, and that's just a blatant in-your-face result of the mental health, because it had nothing to do with guns and gangs or nothing like that.
We never had a problem. We never had these mass shootings and people getting killed every day.
It's so many things, man. It's terrible food. The food's getting worse. Things are getting more expensive. Man, do not. You want another hack to not have to be mentally like have these issues. Turn your fucking TV off.
Yeah.
Don't watch any news. Don't delete 6buzz. It's clickbait and it's constant.
Yeah.
And
it's repetitive, constant.
And what do you believe? So I would be wearing tinfoil on my hat if I had told you 3 years ago about aliens. Now it's like, well, don't look at those pedophiles and don't look at what Trudeau's doing and what money? Aliens everywhere. Like, fuck off.
Yeah.
Like, you know what?
It's the whole wag the tail thing, right?
It's just lie after lie after lie to where the point where you're like, your head's spinning.
Wow.
Price of gas, price of this, price of that. And then you're like, so I realized just shut it out.
Yeah, that's
live right here with your people.
Yeah.
You want to be happy.
watch-
Look at it.
yeah.
Look at your boys, man. Look at the mats tonight. There's no ravaging. There's no nothing. Everything's good. It's like we got too much information. We see too far now. Get back to the caves. Get back to nature. Get back to health, and get back to jiu-jitsu. And
Nature, absolutely.
And that's, and one of the most beautiful quotes I ever heard about jiu-jitsu is jiu-jitsu forces you to live in the moment. And it's like when you get on the mats and you're training, somebody's trying to actually literally choke you unconscious or break your shit. That, man, you have no choice, but you don't care what was on the news.
Yeah.
You don't care about who got a booster shot. You're just like, man, I
give
need
you
to
a
survive.
milk or like made you feel
And it's even sitting in your chair, right? Like you sit in your chair, man, I tell you, that's the most peaceful time. We sit, we listen to some wicked blues music.
That's all.
We hang out, it's just chill.
Yeah.
I wish I had a nice beard like David here, but
You know what? You can, but you know what? He's not patient.
yeah,
He's not patient. He gets to a certain length, and the next thing, what'd you do?
Jesse and I are different, right? We've always been like, I know the opposite of that. You see me, you get a 10-year run of me looking the exact same.
Yeah.
And then maybe now the hair's a lot longer.
Yeah.
We go, this beard's been rocking for like maybe 5 years now.
Yeah.
This can be rocked for another 10.
Yeah.
I just don't make a lot of changes. You, on the other hand,
Doug,
be like,
trim down your goatee.
Yeah.
On Friday, it wasn't like that.
no. Tomorrow it'll be
I'm
like,
like an actor, man. I just change all the time.
I love
It's
it.
like a new role.
No, it's just like
Yeah.
it's
Jesse-
just different styles, right? Where
Nah.
it's just like and that's like that to me is a freedom thing. I like that.
Jesse,
That's a
Posse
positive.
gets bored. Yeah,
That's
it's
what
a
I'm
good
saying.
thing.
It's,
a good
free.
thing.
You're like,
I can tell when he's on a mission. In the morning, if he's here before me and there's a hammer in his hand, I go,
we can come in. We can come. We can leave here tonight at like 9:00. Come back.
Jesse,
You'll have a
listen to
full
what you're
beer
doing.
tomorrow, and the gym will be completely reconstructed.
every other week.
Let's not talk about the gym.
Yeah,
Let's not
no,
go into
please,
much
let's
shit.
not.
I
Hey,
gotta,
guys, what are you guys doing at lunch today? I have 100 cases.
I got a cage coming.
Yeah.
And then his wife comes, when did this happen?
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I don't know. I didn't notice anything.
Very well. I love it. She noticed all the red shit on my Jeep now because I'm starting to do stuff to my
Oh,
Jeep.
yeah.
And it's like,
All of a sudden, his Jeep's like a foot taller. No.
But you had the Jeep how long? I'm surprised it lasted that long.
yeah.
First
No,
week when you get a vehicle, you start adding. But
yeah, it's about personality and just, having fun with it, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we always do.
in you, right? Same reason you're.
it makes you happy. Once you see, yeah.
You see his skin, he's like, that'd look a lot better with
With me drawing on it.
covered in tattoos.
Yeah, just like you.
One day,
Like I have from you.
when was it? Last year? It was last year, I think. You're walking around with a leopard cowboy hat.
Oh yeah,
That tiger one. Where is that?
It's somewhere. It's around here somewhere. Yeah, why not? Man,
No,
but
but no, it's good. though.
some people have bad days. You do shit like that. I saw a buddy of mine actually was out at a pub and he dressed as a lemuric, a leprechaun, a Care Bear.
That guy.
Yeah, my buddy Luke. Oh,
Care
my
Bear
God.
from the 80s.
We're gonna have Luke on the podcast. He's a character, man. I love that guy like so much. Beautiful spirit.
Do I know?
No, you don't think you've ever met him before. I'm sure.
That's
Hopefully he comes with clothes on. I don't know.
it's good though, man. Don't take yourself so seriously.
Yeah, I
and
know.
have fun and be creative. It's all good shit. Who cares? And at the end of the day, it's like that other old saying, right? It's like if you realize how little people, cared or thought about what the fuck you're doing, it wouldn't matter anyways.
No,
and you look
I don't
back.
care what other people. Yeah.
Right,
No.
is it going to matter in 6 months? Is it going to matter in a year? If not,
Yeah, that's it. Sign up.
Absolutely.
So I think we wrap it up. What I would love to do, David, is have you back in like 6 months. I mean, we're not going anywhere, but
love it.
I'd love to see the progress of Avail Group companies and super excited for the future and so proud and happy
Thank you,
for
my
you
brother.
for all your
Thank you,
success.
man.
And
Yes,
you know we always have our love and support.
of course,
100%.
brother.
So,
Thank you, man.
so thank you, David Leadbetter, to Avail Group of Companies, and thanks for this whole success. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So thanks to our sponsor, Avail Group of Companies.
Like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
And please leave a comment.
Yes, please. Leave a comment.
You should have my kids do that. They're like so good at that. That's what they say.
And if you know somebody or would like to be on our podcast, then just leave a comment, and with your information, we'll contact you. So looking forward to it. We got some super crazy, awesome guests coming up very soon.
It's only going to get better.
Yeah, it's only getting better.
Excuse
We're
you.
just getting started. So thank you for watching the Blues Room Bad Boys podcast. I'm your host, the Crazy Scotsman.
And Johnny Shears.
Oh, some new companies.